Denver Broncos Mile High View, only coach killers in the building. This time the coach killers were wearing red jerseys. Or they had red helmets, maybe in white jerseys. So we don't know what we're talking about because for 8 years we've been right. The Broncos win the Super Bowl. They finally beat the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, that's pathetic all into its own right. But they did. Not only did they beat them, I believe that the Chiefs were out-coached and outclassed in every respect. The Chiefs, you didn't even watch the game, so you have no say.
I mean,
Go ahead.
Well,
hold on. They did get out-coached and outclassed in every way. I mean, but then again, I will make this excuse for the Chiefs reasonably. Nobody, even the Chiefs, didn't take the Broncos seriously. I still am not going to take the Broncos seriously because, of course, they're the best team ever. You just keep telling the players that, and they don't have to work that hard, and we'll be back to square one again. But in this game, the Chiefs played like crap. Their game plan was crap. They thought they'd get cute on a lot of things, playing their B's on the B side of their playbook to see, and finally caught up to them. And I'll give the Broncos credit for coming out and here's the. I want to say this just before we go anywhere else. I want to really get a little bit later into a bombshell that Sandy Clough had dropped. So what I want to say to all of the Bronco content creators who the owners are not listening to the football people, aka John Elway's people. Who was the last coach that beat the Kansas City Chiefs? I think, wasn't it Kubiak? Wasn't Kubiak the last head coach? And for all of you content creators who are trashing Sean Payton now, you're looking at your first head coach to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Just saying that. Just want to say that. And to our detractors who are going to come and tell us how dumb we are and blah, 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 blah. And we've been wrong for 2 weeks. Well, we haven't really, because I said against the Chief or the Green Bay game was up in the air, was fit. It really should have been a loss. It loved, saw those wide open receivers. But at any rate, that off to the side. You didn't watch this game, but this was the first time the Denver Broncos did exactly what we've been saying for them to do. The first time we have been. The content creators who don't want anybody to listen to Sean Payton, that Sean Payton is an evil person and don't listen to him. They don't know how they're utilized. He doesn't know how to utilize Russell Wilson, all this stuff. They actually finally did what we've been saying and not what the front office, what the football people in the front office, Shermer ball. The Shermer ball now was the other guys. They were playing Shermer ball when they should have been going for the third down. It bit them in the ass. Okay. The Broncos, I thought they said they had over 140 yards rushing in this game. They rushed more than they threw. Something we've been saying. And they could have even threw a little bit more. I'm not even saying, we were never saying that they should just rush only. We were saying that rush heavily, but when you throw smartly, the quick, and they were doing that. And then they got some bombs and opened up some bombs. So, and rightly so in the red zone. So, and I just also want to say Kansas City is not, in my opinion, is not the number one team in the NFL. So for Kansas City to take the Denver Broncos, other than, as a walkthrough, which they did. And look what happened last week. The Broncos looked like a little kid swinging. They were working so hard, and Kansas City was like that and still beat them. But and I thought Kansas City or the Denver Broncos came up with a good, both defensively and offensively, with a good game plan. And I'm really looking forward to looking at the film on this one. I really am, because I'd like to see the defensive changes that Vance Joseph made, because I noticed them. when I was watching the game, I thought he utilized player personnel, even though he doesn't have the greatest player personnel. He utilized it correctly with the packages that Kansas City was doing. But Kansas City was also trying to get cute with their running game to mix up certain blocking schemes, which I don't think were really working because they're more of a power blocking. They should have just stuck to that, to what they do best, instead of working on the B side of their playbook. So Denver Broncos now have won the Super Bowl. We're never going to hear the end about how great this team is and how wrong we are and how this is a playoff contending team. And, it's just going to keep going on and on. The players are going to be told how great they are. Why? Well, you don't have to work that hard, even though they finally came out with enthusiasm and acted like they worked all week, their ass off, and came out, what we said, roll up the sleeves and do the job right. But just keep telling them how great they are so they don't have to work so hard. Okay, go ahead. You didn't watch the game, so tell us what you have to say.
Well, number one, I didn't need to watch the game to know what was going on with this team. That's number one. Number two, to the detractors out there that are basically proclaiming that we are wrong and this, that, and the third, and blah, 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 blah. Let me tell you something. It took you 8 years to beat the Chiefs. Really? It took you 8 years to beat the Chiefs, and now you're gloating after, 2 games at your back? I mean, ladies and gentlemen, seriously, you're gloating about a 3-5 football team? I'm sorry. I get it. This is a good win for those feel-good people, the super fans, the Bronco content creators. That's all fine and dandy. But you know what? I said this during the game. I didn't watch this game because I'm tired of seeing this shit. I'm tired of watching a team like the Denver Broncos, where it took you 8 years to finally come up with a game plan against the Kansas City Chiefs that actually kicked their ass.
Well, can I stop you a second? It was a game plan exactly opposite than the.
Yeah,
what
so
the,
it took you.
Well, hold on. What the football people in the front office, the John Elway crowd, it was a Sean Payton. It was a Sean Payton plan.
No, you know what? You know what plan it was? It was a chopped liver, bucket man, and bubble man plan. That's what it was, from the sounds of it and from the looks of it. From what you're telling me and from what I've been hearing.
Yes. What this team needs to do. And hasn't there been a war going on? Sandy Clough dropped the bomb that the owners are not listening to the John Elway, the guy that still has the office down the hallway. Sandy Clough is beside himself. Sean Payton's such an evil person, and he's such an egomaniac, and the owners are egos and all this. And maybe that's true. That all may be true. But the bottom line is, the smartest thing it would be better to listen to Sean Payton than to listen to those idiots who for 8 years couldn't beat the Chiefs. Drafted crap players. Still, even with this game, I didn't see Nick Burrito anywhere in this game. Just saying. McMillan, to me, seems like our best corner.
What did I say about McMillan in my flash
Yeah, the nameless guy, I still think there needs to be shakeups on this team and this kind of thing. But for once, they finally did what we've been saying to do, to run this exactly the way we say it needed to be ran, not Russell Wilson running around like a chicken with his head cut off. And they come out looking like the Kansas City Chiefs instead of and now the Kansas City Chiefs, they were Shermer balling and all. They look like, in my opinion, in this game, they look just like the Denver Broncos.
Well, again, I will say that I was wrong about this game because I thought the Chiefs was.
Everybody was wrong about this game.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I was wrong about it. I'm not gonna fucking sugarcoat it. If that's what you're wanting to hear, if that's what you're getting off on, is beating the Chiefs for the first time in 8 years and gloating that you've won the past 2 weeks and gloating that you're 3-5 and that's what you're getting off on, man, your morals and your standards are very low as a person and as an expectation of this franchise. If you're gloating and getting off on a 3-5 football team, the Broncos, in my opinion, should be an upper class organization because that's what I grew up on, watching the Pat Bowlen run Broncos. not the John Elway-led Broncos, not the Joe Ellis-led Broncos, not the current iteration of the Denver Broncos we see today. Okay, if that's what you're getting off on, holy shit, you are a complete idiot. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna lie about that. You're an idiot if you're sitting up here.
Well, my question is why wasn't this team? Why hasn't this team been up to play these games? Well,
yes, exactly.
Well, like last week, there was that enthusiasm wasn't there.
No.
And like what we saw in the film, that had Love seen these blatantly open receivers that he missed. They most likely would have lost that game. I'm very interested.
You know what I find funny? The people, again, we're not going to get any credit because we're probably the most hated Broncos channel out there, which, I mean, I'm proud to wear that badge of honor with you and Bubble Man. Yeah. I mean, the scouting guy, the fucking scouting guy has been right all along.
Well, it's not about us being right either.
Well, no, okay, I understand that, but they're doing exactly what I've been saying. I've been doing this for how long? I've been scouting, I've been coaching for how long? And holy shit, I did a film breakdown on the Sean Payton offense at the beginning of the offseason.
Well, you did a film breakdown on the Chiefs. The last game they played with the Chiefs. What did we say? They probably would have won that game, the Broncos.
Or at least they run the ball.
Had they run the ball, that's why we were left. Like, why did they not? Because I think what had happened, I think there was a war going on with that front office. We want Russell Wilson running around like a chicken with his head caught, throwing the ball all over the place. And then that's caught up. Now in the content creators, Sean Payton's the most horrible coach in the world. You're going to hear how we're horrible, but now you're not going to hear about Sean Payton. Now we'll turn that around. Whoa. Okay, but we were saying that had they just got away from that Shermer ball shit. This time it was the Chiefs who got snake bit by Shermer ball.
Broncos win.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's here now. I thought I'd have time to do this. I didn't know they'd be here already. So, everybody's here. Okay. I'll let them know that I'm in the middle of this. So anyway, sorry about that. I didn't expect them to be here. Not their fault. That's my fault. I should have went into my parents' basement.
Yeah, you should have.
Yeah. So anyway, right. So yeah, we'll never hear the end of it. They had to wait till this happened to come out of the. They were nowhere to be found.
They're nowhere to be found. They take down their live streams. Now we're hearing all the shit. Oh, we're wrong. We're this. We're that. Oh my God.
Well, they don't say anything until the Green Bay game. Now they all came. They come out of the woodwork. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hold on a second. I'm doing a live thing, so.
I thought you were yelling at the kids.
No. No. So anyway, they did in convincing fashion. The producer said they won. I said, yeah. When Gary Kubiak was the coach. Yeah, a long time ago.
8 years, huh? Yeah.
It was 8 years ago.
8 years. Oh, wow. People are oh, wow. All right.
Yeah.
Took you 8 years.
So, no, it was done exactly the way we were saying it should be done.
Just go watch my film breakdowns. And I have Bronco content creators actually do the highlights. For that, how many times have I said this? Highlights don't tell the whole game. Highlights isn't the end-all be-all. Highlights is not what coaches, myself, the Great Chopped Liver, the Bubble Man, scouts, coaches, etc. We don't watch highlights. We watch the all 22 film.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing the film of this, and then contrast that for the last game. Both, offensively, it was running it down their throat and then throwing it at the key times. But I'd really like to take a defensive look at the scheme changes that they made.
Well, also another reason why I didn't want to watch this game is because number one, I'd rather watch something better like the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, I'm not a basketball person.
I know you're not a basketball fan, but it's just I can't watch a team that number one you have now you're going to have the encouragement of these players not to to go half-ass, and now you're not going to have the supposed oh my god the unleashing of players like we were I said that was bullshit.
Yeah, though the sell off. Well, we talked.
Yeah, it was all
Yeah,
bullshit.
we said
it was all talk.
gonna.
It was all bullshit.
Yeah.
They still need to blow up the team. If you think that this team's all fixed, no, they still need to blow it up.
That's not what I see on film. This was an exceptional game because they actually finally did what we've been saying to do, and even though that they finally did what we've been saying to do, we're going to be wrong.
So yeah, we're always wrong. We're hated. It's okay. I mean, like I said, I'm proud to wear that badge of honor because we've been right for 8 years, and these fans and these content creators have been what?
Wrong.
Oh yeah, 2 games, really? 2?
Well, and like I said, I mean, you saw last week that was up in the air. It was 50-50.
Correct.
It was 50-50. That could have went either way. But this is the first game I've seen in a long, long time. Other than they played the Chiefs and they had some enthusiasm, and then it kind of dwindled down after the second half. But this is the first 4-quarter game I think I've seen this team at least even attempt to do. So it's good. Yeah, there's a long way to go. There's a long, long way to go. And,
but you know what? From the sounds of it, good job for the Broncos. I mean, are all their problems fixed? No. They beat the Chiefs for the first time in 8 years and had one of the worst losing streaks in NFL history. Well, that's nothing to be proud of.
No, and I think the Chiefs kind of helped to beat themselves too. I don't think the game plan was very good. I think
no.
Again,
from the sounds of it, no.
And again, I can't only blame them so far because I mean, after 17, behind the shed type stuff, that how do you get motivated to come up with anything? But that's really a bad excuse too. As I think Bubbleman was saying, he said that New England Patriots in the heyday would just come and kick everybody's butt. But this.
I mean, let me just say this: the NFL product is dog shit. I mean, I've quit. I'm slowly but surely stop watching NFL. I'm getting more into the college football game. And if you think that the Broncos defense is top tier, you might want to go look at the Nebraska Cornhuskers defense. They're flying around actually showing people how to fucking tackle and hit. So, you might want to go watch Nebraska football defensively and see how defensive football is played.
Yeah, they were flying around today, but we haven't seen really a lot of that because we usually see missed tackles and people out of, position and this kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
But they've made some adjustments finally. I mean, it's better late than never. Maybe that has to do with not listening to certain football people too. Maybe that in the office, as remember Sandy Clough was bemoaning about. So maybe that's maybe this is what a lot of people don't catch the nuances we do because we'll listen to somebody like Sandy Clough who's on the inside. I mean, front office, he's a front office supporter, and pick up on the cues and this kind of thing that maybe this is a departure of that, and it's a stamp of you should have been doing that because let's just face it, this front office that the ownership inherited, they should have the ownership that they inherited, that ownership, the front office, the ownership inherited should have been just shown the door years ago by a competent owner.
Well,
and there was no competent owner to show them the door, so it's turned into a 3-ring circus over there. So it's going to be
a lot of, like you said before, a lot of people don't look at the nuances like us, and they don't look at the film. They look at it in a fan perspective and the highlight reel perspective and a Pro Football Focus perspective. They don't look at the details of what we do. And, they can have their, 2-win games of fame, which is fine. I mean, go for it. I mean, if that, I don't accept.
Oh, don't forget they beat the Bears.
Well, that too. Wow. Congrats. I just don't accept mediocrity. not in my life and not in my profession. I strive to be better each and every day. And I don't understand why people are, are getting off on this one win against the Chiefs. I don't get it. And I don't understand it. And, before I get going here, because I'm being called to my mother's basement, we did lose the championship game. And if anybody cares about my coaching job and shit outside of you and Bubble Man, we did lose the championship game. Unfortunately, it was a hard-fought game, and I am very proud of the players, my linebackers that I coach. I'm very proud of those guys for flying around and giving their full effort, and I'm excited to see those young student athletes going to the next level, hopefully college football level, and taking what I taught them and furthering their career, and hopefully getting to the pros and showing people how real football's done. So just wanted to say that.
Yeah, congratulations on that, Mr. You don't know anything.
Yeah, Mr. Yeah. Chicken Little, all the fucking, can't wait to hear that again.
Yeah, I'm sure that we'll get the avalanche of you guys don't know anything.
Yeah,
they know
drunk weasels, all that.
Where have you? But my question: where have you been for 8 years?
Yeah, where have you been this year?
And if they start losing again, when they start losing again,
they'll hide back.
They'll all hide again. Yeah, I know.
You can't take.
Well, here's the thing. I don't really care about that either. We should just go back to watching film and then let them say whatever they got to say. I mean, I'm really curious to see compare the two Kansas City games and see the adjustments that Vic Fangio made.
Who they ran out of town.
That they ran out of town. That who the other guy they want to run out of town, Vance Joseph, and see the changes that he did comparatively.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm interested in that. Justin Simmons did get another lollipop thrown to him, an arm punt.
Oh, did he? Did he get another lollipop thrown? He
got an arm punt at the end of the game. But if you see,
holy shit!
If you see the, it definitely should have been a call on the corner that he was helping for pass interference, but they didn't call that. So.
Of course they didn't. Holy shit!
They
sucks.
He got his arm punt.
Oh, he got his arm punt. Wow.
Yeah, you got his arm. Maybe they,
top 5 safety in the league. Yeah.
Well, it'd be just from whether you like Justin Simmons or not. I think it would be be if they could get anything out of him. I think that's a guy they should get rid of, just because anything is better than that. You know what I'm saying?
They can get the spokesperson they had to replace Von Miller with. Really?
Well, the spokesperson is Russell Wilson.
Oh, it's Russell Wilson.
It's Russell Wilson. So they can get rid of Simmons. They don't need a spokesperson. They got Mr. Motivational Speaker, Russell Wilson.
Happy we're 3-5, guys. Woo!
See,
yeah.
You're wrong 2 weeks. You're wrong 2 weeks. Well, we've been right for 8 years. So
yeah.
Eat on that a while.
Yeah. Eat on that.
All right, get ready for the avalanche of naysayers.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be absolutely great. So
yeah, well, they just won the Super Bowl. So didn't you know that?
No, I didn't know that because I didn't watch the game. You're not a Bronco fan. You can't make this shit up, man. Holy cow.
Well, again, I'm just interested in the film. Also, I just wanted to say something about the front office, that there was a war going on right now, that the ownership is not listening to the guy that still has an office. They're not listening to now we just got to see if they'll clear out those scouts and see what they do with the marketing. We know that right now the marketing is the PR is going to go through the roof. They're going to tell the players how great they are. They don't worry, you don't have to work that hard, and we'll see if we're back to square one when this is all said and done.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Did you hear Trump is leading in the polls?
Well, did the Democrats give him another indictment?
I don't know. I don't know if Sleepy Joe or, these puppet presidents are, I don't know what's going on, all these wars going on overseas. I mean, they're getting it ready for Trump.
Yeah,
Get ready,
could
folks.
lead everybody into a third world war. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks like a job for me. So everybody just follow me.
Yep.
We need a little
Guess
controversy.
who's back? Back again.
Yeah. Thank you,
Trump's
Democrat.
back, baby. Wave those flags. Yeah, be brainwashed, just like these liberals and Republicans and all these fucking idiots. Yeah.
March your ass off to
Take
war.
the shot.
Yeah, and march your ass off to war.
Yeah.
All right.
Salute.
We'll see you there, Trumpster.
Yep, we'll see you there. Klaus Schwaber.
Klaus Schwab. He's eating some bugs. He's eating some bugs. All right, people, pile on now. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll be waiting. 2 games, 8 years.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah. I'll see you.
Yeah.